how did you transition to having this app? And just, I mean, did you just figure it all out? It's a different skill set, right? Or did
It's a different skill set. I surround myself with people that are more knowledgeable than I am, to be honest. I mean, I know how to produce content, and we just have a lean, mean team that I come from a live background, so it's really nice, and I like to connect with people. So that part of it, I think, is really important to encourage women in the wellness, fitness, mindful space. And the tech side of it is, it's a whole nother world. But I always like to learn and challenge myself in those type of spaces.
Absolutely. Do you watch like any reality TV, like the Kardashians, Housewives? Like, do you have any guilty pleasures such as that?
I don't. I mean, I'm binge watching Ozark. I feel like I missed it. I don't know how. My fiance and I are almost current now, but we literally binge watched the whole thing this past 2 months. The pandemic was the first time in my life I've had time to watch TV. We watched everything.
Ozark. I mean, listen, it lost me somewhere. I mean, people love it. Like, I loved it. And then somewhere, I think maybe because I'm so busy and I half-ass watch a lot of TV shows, somewhere I'm like, I'm not dumb, but I'm so confused and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what season that happened, but I was like, I am just confused and I just can't anymore. And
I keep like, one of us will fall asleep at different times. And so we're having to like go back, or he'll wake up and he'll be like, wait, what just happened? None of this makes sense. I like that cerebral part of it that you really have, but you have to focus. I agree.
Did you have anything else during the pandemic that you and your fiance binge that you were just like, this is so good?
We watched everything Yellowstone. We were obsessed. We're both from the desert, so we love that whole vibe. We watched everything, Succession, Yellowstone. I watched Handmaid's Tale on my own, all of it back to back. I was so happy when that ended. I'm like, now I can get my life back. Oh my God. A really important body of work, though, I think, for women. So many things. I never had time to do that.
These are like major commitments, right? Like when you decide to watch Handmaid's Tale, that isn't just like a weekend. That's like
and it wasn't light and fun. It was like dark and heavy.
Totally. Well, even though you're binging all this and you don't really watch like the Kardashians or Housewives, like, you live in, Malibu, we have the OC, we have Beverly Hills. When they look for housewives, they look for like successful, women. You have like BB Body, you have the app. Now we have some other things you're getting into. They look, for people that are in shape and present well, people that have done a lot of different things, people that have a blended family. I say Brooke Burke sounds like a real housewife of either the OC or Beverly Hills, if you want my opinion.
It's come across many times. I mean, I think the Malibuligans might be a better possibility. I never wanted to drag my kids through that. And really, it's funny now because my 2 oldest daughters are singer-songwriters and they're kind of dabbling in the business. So they're like, hey, Mom. I'm like, oh, now you guys want to go public. I don't know. The entrepreneurial part of it, I really do appreciate, and I get the value of that. I don't know if I could. I just have so much going on I like my privacy. I like my family life. I like the time with my man. I need my alone time. I love what I'm doing in my business. I don't know if I could hang out with a bunch of chicks and get drunk and fight.
Well, I can tell you one thing. A, you're going to have to get drunk, and B, you're going to have to fight.
Although I love Lisa Rinna, although some of my girlfriends are on the show. So I say that with mad respect,
And you say it's like, has it actually been addressed to you by like an anti-cone?
Yes. I mean, I think it comes across probably everybody that we know. Just hasn't been the right move on my team, but you never know.
Have you been asked for the OC or for Beverly Hills?
I think it's OC, no, because I'm out here. So yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
And Lisa Rinna.
Yeah. I've known her for a long time.
See, it sounds like a perfect fit for me.
You're pushing, David. You're pushing.
I'm just like, when I knew I was speaking to you, I'm like, you're so perfect for this show. But yes, listen, this is the role that Lisa Rinna was born to play. And I mean, no disrespect by that. She is a classic.
No, for sure.
But yes, you would have to expose your family and everything, and you would not be a private person anymore at all. What do you like best about, like you talked about like women empowerment, like what do you like best about like the BB app and running this business?
I think one of the best parts about BB Body, besides the obvious opportunity that you have to get fit and get into shape, it's also about mindfulness, combating stress, longevity, feeling good, creating a space where you can really feel accomplished. But the community part of it has been really inspirational, to be able to connect with women all around the world and to share challenges, real life stories, triumphs, what we like, what we don't, and being able to take that feedback and choreograph content. And so I'm showing women, yes, how to get in shape, but I'm also showing them how to do things for themselves and make themselves a priority and up their wellness game and do things that give them an opportunity to be better partners, businesswomen, parents, friends, just overall, like it's sort of my sanity. And it's not just the workout. Sweat changes you, rhythm, movement changes you, all these things. But I think it's the taking care of yourself, the mindful part of it, the checking out, checking in, like all these things that really matter.
And I mean, it kind of, to me, from where I'm sitting, like it kind of had a moment during the pandemic, like it really kind of took off, I felt.
Well, it was a digital time where we were all at home. So creating workouts in the kitchen, using a chair, doing it in your office, using your sofa, learning how to be more mindful in the morning by listening to certain music and learning how to breathe and stretch and recover, all of these things, and really just taking care of ourselves, instead of being a couch potato for a few years and drowning and basking in the challenging parts of the pandemic. It was an opportunity to sort of reinvent what wellness looks like as a family for me.
And how do you handle like eating? I know, like, that's part of the app. And I mean, people that say, I just want to wake up today and eat a pizza and then eat a cake afterwards. It just,
Well, I do if I'm craving that. I mean, I'm not afraid to screw it up. I really believe in a sustainable program. I intermittent fast, and I have tons of recipes and PDFs and ways to simplify it to guide people. But I mean, I think I eat well and I listen to my body, and we all have cravings. It's okay to lean into those as long as you're living a pretty disciplined lifestyle. But it wouldn't be fun if it was all sacrifice. So I think it really is about it's a little messy and imperfect, and it's about making a plan that fits your lifestyle that you can feel good about, right?
Totally. And you said your two oldest daughters now like are trying to break into the music business, or they're
in it. I mean, one is is in the music program at USC. One's already graduated. She's a singer-songwriter. She performs, all over Hollywood. They're producing. I mean, it's really fascinating. I'm happy that they're balanced and they got their education. It's a tough business, but super talented, far more than their mama.
I can't hold a tune. What advice did you give them about like wanting to break into a business like, that you've been in for a while?
Well, getting their education was really important, for me, as a family, we're all on board with that, but just to experiment and to have hustle and grit and to try and to learn the business and just to study and take advantage of all those opportunities. And there's so much available. If you're passionate about something, figure out a way to learn as much as you can learn about that space. So they're just waiting for somebody to hand it to you, which, a lot of children in the business do. So I have a lot of respect for their process and, their hustle for sure.
Totally. And you said now, I mean, you made a joke out of it, but you said now that they're older, do they say things like, Mom, now Housewives is, or something like that is right for us because we can, put our music
not
out there.
Not the Housewives, but they're in a world where they get to be producers and editors and tell their own story and self-publish and do all of these things that they're watching everyone do it and all their friends. So they're like, what about us, Mom? I'm like, I don't know if they were that weird.